Okay, good afternoon, traders. Good afternoon. This is me trying to re-record the Monday market update because we had some tech problems there. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but I just basically reset everything and we go again. Here we are. Paul's Monday market update, number 216 for Monday, 2nd of March, 2026. I hope you're well. I hope wherever you're joining us, or wherever you're listening to us, I hope you're safe. It has been a rather an eventful weekend, hasn't it? Those of you listening to us for the first time, the Monday market update is just that. It is me flying through as much as I can fit in half an hour, covering strength and weakness within FX markets, looking at indices markets, commodities markets, looking at a few charts of interest. And then having a look at the live markets. It's not a signal service. It's not a trade recommendation service. It's just me sharing with you what I'm looking at the moment. As always, you are very welcome here, but just remember that you are responsible for your own trading decisions. And if you want a bit more help and support in your trading, you can join the VTP tag group, the trader accountability group. Doesn't really matter what you trade or how you trade. It's all about building discipline, accountability, and consistency in your trading business. You can ping me if you've got questions, or that QR code will take you there. Next, here we go. BA or British Aerospace Systems or British Aerospace. British waste of space. Okay, if you were like me, using them in the 90s on Tornado F3s. But anyway, there we go. So what we can see here, once again, this is the weekly chart. And those of you who join me on a regular basis, we looked at these guys back here in sort of November, December. And the reason we were looking was, yeah, we had been in a fantastic uptrend, but I was here, and quite a lot of these European defense companies were at this place. They had fallen back to around about the weekly 50 period moving average. And I was talking about if there was a Ukrainian peace deal, we were likely to drop and fall away and head towards the 200. Well, that didn't happen. And as I said, we've had Venezuela, we've had Mexico, all right, to Greenland, we've had tariffs, we have now got issues in Iran. And not unsurprisingly, that has played out well, not only for energy companies, but for defense stocks, even European defense stocks. Okay, although I suspect you'd probably find British Aerospace would probably try and portray themselves as a global defence company. There, they might be listed in London, but they would, I'd say, they'd look at themselves as a global defence company. And what we can see is, if you look at that, it is flicking about quite a bit. But really, what we have seen today is that, not unsurprisingly, okay, on the opening up there, we gapped up and we're running up, around about 6 to 8% up. Okay, and that's just giving an indication there of the fact that what we see is that the escalation in Iran it just reinforces nations looking at air defense munitions readiness springs to mind, especially here in the UK. We had an attack on the Akrotiri Air Base, a place I spent quite a few of my summers of my youth back 30 years ago. And it was ill defended. I'm sure there's people more up to date who can probably give you a better insight, but invariably, if you're a family on Akrotiri, you're probably a little bit worried. If you're a shareholder in defense companies, you're probably rubbing your hands with glee. Okay, that is the kind of the world we live in. I'm not saying it's right, I'm not saying it's wrong, just is what it is. Ultimately, we're traders just looking to see what the score is, and invariably, that is, we're seeing British Aerospace, in spite of Starmer initially coming out saying we've got nothing to do with it. Well, it didn't have any bad impact on the share price for probably the biggest British defence company.